As I outlined, there have been instances, multiple instances in the past where governments, including the Vajpayee government, tried to bring the Women's Reservation Bill in 96, in 98, in 99, in 2008. Unfortunately, none of these governments have been able to pass the Women's Reservation Bill for one reason or another. Why should we believe, why should the viewers of this program believe that the Modi government will be able to get it passed?
Your discussion, we could have waited for a couple of days to know exactly what is going to be on the legislative agenda in this special session. While women's reservation is something that we are committed to, we have mentioned it in our manifesto, we supported it in Rajya Sabha, we got it passed in Rajya Sabha in 2010, and all those leaders, including Sonia Gandhi, who are suddenly waking up, they had 4 years when they were in power, and they did not certainly want to even introduce this in Lok Sabha. Things would have been possibly different, even if these things could have got passed even then. So certainly as a matter of commitment, I think we are certainly in favor of greater representation for women in politics, also in legislative houses. And we are possibly the only party having organizational reservations where we have at least 1/3 of organizational posts that are reserved for women, unlike other political parties. So certainly we are committed to it, but I think I would rather like to hear from other parties which have opposed it in the past on some pretext or other, and reasons for their opposition and what is their stand today. Our stand remains in support of it. We have supported it in the past. We continue to believe it's an important issue that this nation needs to address sooner or later.
So let me ask PRIYANKA CHATURVEDI, the Shiv Sena has in principle always backed the idea of women's reservation, 33% for legislatures, whether it is state assemblies or of course the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Now, where is the hold up? There are some parties, I listed a few names, SP, JDU, RJD, etc., who say what happens then to OBC women or SC/ST women, they want sub-quotas within that quota. What is the Shiv Sena's position on this, and will you still support the Women's Reservation Bill if it were to be brought by the Modi government in the next day or two in this special session?
So firstly, it is really unfortunate that we are discussing something which could not really happen. We are only making conjectures. This is only speculation based. Till now, as a member of parliament from the opposition, I do not know what the agenda for the special session is. And this is mere speculative debate that we are having. Having said that, I would say, as far as Shiv Sena is concerned, I said this on the floor of the House, and I think Mrs. Gandhi from the Congress party also has said it multiple times, that you enjoy power and full power as in terms of majority, single party majority. You had made this commitment in your manifesto, and if you choose to bring it, if you choose to introduce it in the floor of the House, we will wholeheartedly support it. So there is nothing that is stopping the government from bringing in this bill. And going back to, why did they not introduce it and why we are introducing it, I think that again is a conversation which is quite ridiculous, because they enjoy a single party majority after years, after probably Mr. Rajiv Gandhi's era. This was the first party which got a full majority in the parliament.
But to get it passed, PRIYANKA CHATURVEDI, especially in the Rajya Sabha, not so much in the Lok Sabha, but especially in the Rajya Sabha, the BJP can't do it on its own. It needs the support of other parties. So which is why I come back to
let me repeat to you.
Yes.
Let me repeat to you two things very clearly. The opposition parties in principle are totally in favor of a reservation bill for 33%. Now part 2. The part 2 concern is this going to be effective immediately once it's passed, or are you doing this for a 2029 once they assume a delimitation will happen in 2026? So it is something which is like an IOU receipt. Okay, we have passes, but you will get this ability to represent yourself in the parliament in the year of 2029.
No,
that is something that we are waiting to understand what the bill would be and when will it be implemented.
Because the draft of the bill has not been made available to any of us.
So I'm also coming up with the speculation.
Yeah.
The speculation also says it will be implementable in 2029 after the delimitation happens.
Let me ask
so those are questions which the BJP will have to answer.
JEBI Mathur. You know, in principle, and I just want to put out these data points, in the 2019 general election, 716 women candidates contested, out of which only 78 were elected to the 17th Lok Sabha, which is an abysmally low 15% of the entire strength of the House. Now, I want to ask you, JEBI Mathur, as a woman legislator, as a woman parliamentarian, and a party that was headed by a woman for a very long time, the Congress party also attempted to bring the Women's Reservation Bill. You were not able to pass it through in the Lok Sabha. What is the opposition that you have to this bill, or is it the fact that the Modi government is bringing this perhaps in the fag end of its second term, and that is the opposition, not so much the merits of the bill itself? JEBI Mathur.
Let me make it very clear that Congress party's stand regarding the women reservation is very, very clear right from the beginning. It's a baby of UPA. Like it's a fact that in Rajya Sabha it is passed. Now, if you the question you asked is that we are opposing because Modi government is bringing it. First of all, we all are in dark. There is total secrecy. There is absolutely not a single line, a single word which we have received anything about the agenda, or whether it's a women reservation bill or something else. The opening statement made by BJP MP itself is self-explanatory. He said that, oh, we should have waited for some more time, which means even as from the ruling dispensation, MP itself is not clear as to when or what is going to be coming. So how much more do they want us to wait? Firstly, 9 years, we are at the fag end of this NDA's rule, and then BJP MP itself says we should have waited some more time. Secondly, other than this historic decision and the bus and this all kinds of guessing, why are they so reluctant? See, this is not a Bollywood suspense thriller or a Hollywood movie. This is Parliament and democracy's epitome of, Parliament. Democracy is Parliament. There should be openness. Why this secrecy? When the special session is called, there should be clarity on why it is called. Okay. Till now, session 1, day 1 is over. We have no idea. But we want to make it very clear, Congress party is committed. Our Congress working committee passed the resolution yesterday. Today, Mallikarjun Kharge ji has spoken very clearly in the Parliament seeking that women reservation bill should be passed in this session itself. And right from the beginning, if you look at Panchayati Raj, Rajiv Gandhi's dream, which came into effect during PV Narasimha Rao ji's time, okay. And then in Rajya Sabha, who brought it? It was UPA, and we got it passed. So Congress party have no doubt. And now if you are saying we are opposing, means that, see, unless we know what it is, we have absolutely no idea what it is about.
Fair enough. Like I said,
none of us have,
there
is total darkness.